Only 6 participants have joined till now, so we will wait for a few more moments. Okay, so let us begin with the class. Uh, okay. So yesterday we were studying the logic about, like, if we were asked that find the smallest element in my array, and then we are asked that print its position. That logic we were understanding, right? So first today we will try to do that, or try to implement that in C. So our programmers write a program to find the smallest element in an array and then print its location. I mean, print its index and print its location. Okay. So this is the program. So first, okay, so these variables won't be needed anymore in my program, right? Okay, so this logic won't be needed anymore. This thing also won't be needed anymore. So I will start with first any program in an array. I will have to start with the basic thing. That basic thing is first I will have to declare my array with the name and the maximum size of my array which I want to handle. Then I have to use a printf statement, that is I have to take from the user that among these 20 elements, how many elements do you wish to work upon. Suppose I wish to work upon 5 or 6 or 10. So that value of variable number should be going and saved in this n. And since I am using a variable n, we all know that whenever we want to use a variable, we first have to declare that variable. So I have declared that variable. Fine. Next thing is, once I know that how many elements I am handling in my entire array, I will use a for loop. My for loop will start from 0th index till less than n. That means if I have 5 elements, 0 to 4, this will be the index, and accordingly in each index location it will take 1 minute. Jyotish, do not write anything in the chat box. I will be sharing the attendance QR code. Okay, you need not write anything. Okay, so I will be using
Okay, sir.
scanf.
Okay, ma'am.
I will be using a scanf statement in order to take a value from the user for each and every index location. So first, when my I value will be 0, the value which I will enter first from the keyboard will be saved in array 0th position. I here will be 0. So it will be saved in like array 0th position like this. Okay. Suppose I have entered. Next, I will try to enter another element. I is incremented. So next element will be saved in array 1th location. So like this, all my elements which I want to handle with in my entire 20 elements, everything will be saved in my array. So using this statement, we are taking input values from the array. Now, since I have declared or I have used this integer variable I, so I need to declare this I also, because each and every variable which I will be using, I need to declare it first. So see, I have declared I. And why I have declared n, I, array in all one line? Because everything is integer. Because the number of elements you wish to handle will always be a integer. It cannot be I wish to handle 6.5 elements. I wish to handle 9.5 elements. No. You need to provide a whole number, an integer. So my n is also an integer, and for index locations, it can be integer value 0, 1, 2. It cannot be 0.5 array index location. No. So I will also always handle integer values. So this array, n, I, all are integer types, and so I have declared it in the same line. If you want, you can declare it in separate line also, whatever you wish. For this line, you can only keep int array 20, and in the next line again, you can give int n equal to 1. If anyone wants, he or she may declare I here also. Okay, anything can be done. Now, I have done what? I have declared my array. I have taken the number of elements from the array. Up to this, my work is done. Next, what I was doing, I will share the whiteboard first. Next, what I was doing, suppose this was my array. Right? This was the array. And I was doing what? At first, in a variable named small, I was keeping my first element. That is, whatever is there in my array of 0th location, I was keeping that. And with this, I was setting the position of the value also to be 0. Right? because my position, since my small is having the value of the element at 0th location, so my position will also be 0 because this index is 0. So whatever I will write in sorry, whatever I will write in my array I, the same position also it will have in I. So if I am writing 0, my position will also 0. So first I was doing what? In my small variable, I was keeping this value 7, and then this small variable I was comparing with this element, this element, this element and this element. That means my comparison loop was starting from this location till this location. So my comparison loop was starting from I equal to 1 location, and it went on till I less than n. My initial loop, when I was taking the array, it started from 0. But since I will have to compare one element now with all the other elements, so the first element I am taking and getting it saved in small, and then with this small I will compare each and every element. So for this checking purpose, when my loop will start, it will start from this index position, checking purpose. First it will check with 6, then it will check with 5, then it will check with 14, then it will check with 3 and so on. And up to this index location it will go. Is this concept clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will do what? So here first I will do what? I will use a small variable, and there I will keep this value. Whatever value I assigned in 0th index, that value will be saved. And again, I will take a position variable, and there I am setting this index 0. And since I have taken this small variable and position variable, I need to declare it also. So I am declaring small, I am declaring position. Fine. Now what did I say? My loop will run from I1 to less than n. Why I have just declared. So my loop will run from I1 to less than n. And in between this loop, what I was checking, I will again share this screen. Okay. So in between this loop, what I was checking? I was checking that suppose I am starting from I1. So if my array of I is less than the value I already have in small, then my small will be updated, and accordingly my position will also be updated. What that does mean? My for loop is starting from I equal to 1. It will go on till I less than n and I plus plus. Okay. So for I equal to 1, what when I value is equal to 1, what is the value of ARR 1? Here I is 1. So ARR 1 has value what? 6. So it will compare.
6.
6 is less than 7. Yes. If it is less than 7, then small will have the value of that element. That is ARR I, what value it had? 6. So small will have updated value of 6. And pos will have the value of what this index is. This index was 1, 1. So this value. Again it will increment I plus plus. Now my I will be 2 here. So it will check ARR 2. What is there in ARR 2? ARR 2 is 5.
5
5
less
is
than
less
7.
than 6. because now my updated value of small is 6. So 5 is less than 6. Yes, it is true. If it is true, in small, update this new value. This new value is 5 and update the position. The
Position
position is
will be
2.
2.
So it is 2. Again I plus plus. Next is I will point over here. It will check ARR 3, that is 14. Is 14 less than
Less
5?
than 5.
No, not true. Again,
No.
it will just increment. This, here it will come. I will just lift the screen a bit. Again it will come. ARR 4. What is there in ARR 4? 3. Is 3 less than 5? Yes. Since 3 is less than 5, I will update the value 3, and since this is the position, I will update the index position also. Again I plus plus will point here. This is out of the bound, so it will come out of this loop entirely, right? And once it comes out of this loop, the last updated value of small was 3 and the last updated value of position was 4. So it means the smallest value in my entire array is 3 and the position of that 3, that is the index location of that 3, is 4. So this is my final answer after executing the loop. Is this concept clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
So when I was implementing it in, so from this location I will start implementing. So let us do that now. So here I was doing what? I was checking. So it will be in a for, in a loop, because I was checking what? I was checking that if my array index is less than
मैम
small, bolo.
मैम वो जो स्मॉल इक्वल टू एरे 0 लिखे वहां तो आई होगा ना?
ना, यहाँ पे आई कैसे होगा? यहाँ पे आई नहीं होगा। क्यों नहीं होगा? क्योंकि एलिमेंट तुम, मतलब एरे तुम्हारा जो भी है, तुम तो हमेशा फोर्सफुली फर्स्ट एलिमेंट को उठा के स्मॉल में रखोगे, क्योंकि तुम्हें तो चेकिंग करने के लिए कुछ एक एलिमेंट चाहिए होगा।
ओके मैम।
यहाँ पे तो तुम पहला एलिमेंट को रखोगे, यहाँ पे आई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, यहाँ पे 0 है। पहला एलिमेंट को रखोगे, पोजीशन भी पहला रखोगे फोर्सफुल, क्योंकि कुछ तो चेकिंग करने के लिए तुम्हारा हाथ में भी कुछ चाहिए, उससे ना तुम चेकिंग करोगे। तो हम लोग बाय डिफॉल्ट
ओके मैम, ओके।
से शुरू करेंगे। हम लोग फर्स्ट एलिमेंट को उठा के हमारा झूले में रखेंगे, बॉक्स में रखेंगे, ठीक ना?
यस मैम।
ओके, अच्छा। और इसके भीतर हम लोग क्या चेकिंग कर रहे हैं? इसके भीतर अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू हो रहा था, हम लोग स्मॉल में एरे ऑफ दैट को लगा रहे थे और हम लोग पोजीशन में इसको अपडेट कर रहे थे। ये दो चीज कर रहे थे, ठीक ना? ये अगर कंडीशन ट्रू हो रहा था, हम स्मॉल को अपडेट कर रहे थे एंड लाइकवाइज हम पोजीशन को कर रहे थे। और ये जो टोटल चीज हम करते जा रहे थे फ्रॉम वन लोकेशन टिल लेस देन n, तो ये पूरा चीज एक लूप के भीतर होगा, फॉर लूप के भीतर ये पूरा चीज हो रहा था। और इस छोटा सा इफ लूप के भीतर हम दोनों काम कर रहे थे, ठीक है? तो ये मेरा बन गया सारा चीज। अब एक बार प्रिंट करा देते हैं। प्रिंट में लिख देते हैं द स्मॉलेस्ट एलिमेंट इज %d। स्मॉल में मेरा स्मॉलेस्ट एलिमेंट सेव होगा और लोकेशन भी प्रिंट करवा देते हैं। द लोकेशन इंडेक्स इज %d। लोकेशन मेरा प्रिंट सेव्ड हो रहा है पॉस में। हम पॉस ले रहे हैं, तुम चाहो तो पोजीशन भी ले सकते हो, लोकेशन बोल के वेरिएबल ले सकते हो, वो तुम्हारा मर्जी, तुम क्या क्या वेरिएबल लोगे, एनीथिंग यू मे डू। ओके, और इसको हम एक बस न्यू लाइन में कर देते हैं, अच्छा दिखेगा, ठीक है? फाइन. सो हम लोग एलिमेंट इसको रन कराते हैं. अच्छा 1 मिनट. अच्छा यहाँ पे एक्स्ट्रा एक ब्रैकेट हो गया. ठीक है. तो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स 5 ले रहे हैं. जो एग्जाम्पल किए हैं बस वही देख रहे हैं. पहला था 7, नेक्स्ट था 6, देन था मेरा 5, देन था 14, देन था 3. So the smallest element is 3 and the location of that index is 4. ठीक है. समझ में आया ये प्रोग्राम?
यस मैम.
ओके. हम ना
यस मैम.
पार्टिसिपेंट का ये ले लेते हैं. उनको तो एक बार लोगों को देना पड़ता है. 1 मिनट. ओके. ओके. अच्छा तो ये हुआ मेरा स्मॉलेस्ट लोकेशन का. लाइकवाइज ये चीज बोलो तो अगर तुम्हें लार्जेस्ट निकालना है तो तुम यहाँ पे क्या तुम्हारा चेंज होगा?
स्मॉलर देन की जगह ग्रेटर देन
छोटा सा चेंज होगा. यही चीज
मैम एरे आई ग्रेटर.
हाँ राइट राइट. यहाँ पे जो मेरा लेस देन है वहां पे मेरा ग्रेटर देन बन जाएगा. और दिखने के पर्पस में हम स्मॉल बोल के वेरिएबल का नाम
स्मॉल की जगह ग्रेटेस्ट
आज रख देंगे. अगर स्मॉल रखते भी है तो फिर भी मेरा प्रोग्राम ठीक से रन करेगा. पर दिखने में खराब दिखता है. दे रहा है लार्जेस्ट और नाम है स्मॉल. वैसे वाला. बस यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा चेंज करेंगे ग्रेटर देन. वो भी एक ही कॉन्सेप्ट है. हम पहला एलिमेंट को फोर्सफुली झोली में रख देंगे और नेक्स्ट को चेकिंग करते 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 जा रहे हैं कि इससे अगर कोई भी बड़ा एलिमेंट आ रहा है तो हम उसको सेव कर देंगे. बस सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. ठीक है. तो द माने program to find the smallest number and program to find the largest number both are similar. The only difference is in this line where we will have to use a greater than. Clear? Okay. Now अच्छा अभी तो थोड़ा थोड़ा प्रोग्राम्स अभी जब करे हैं तो अभी शायद अभी वो एल्गोरिदम लिखने से तुम लोगों को इजी होगा. देखते हैं. ओके. हम लोग कल कर रहे थे ना कि हाउ टू ट्रावर्स एन एरे. दैट मीन्स राइट अ प्रोग्राम टू रीड एंड डिस्प्ले इन नंबर्स इन एन एरे यूजिंग एन एरे. सो दैट मीन्स हम लोग बस वी वर जस्ट टेकिंग इनपुट फ्रॉम द यूजर एंड वी वर जस्ट प्रिंटिंग दोज इनपुट्स. राइट. दैट मीन्स वी वर जस्ट ट्रावर्सिंग द एरे. So first, if I need to write the algorithm for traversing any array, what will it be? Now I will write the algorithm. I just wanted to explain the program so that in understanding the algorithms, it becomes easier. Operations of an array may we studied that first operation which can be done is traversing of an array. So for traversing of an array, okay, suppose it's a linear array. For traversing of that, what is the algorithm? So first we were starting what? We were starting from I equal to 0. So the first step was initialize the counter I is equal to lower bound, that is 0. Fine. The next step was our loop was running till I less than upper bound, right? So our loop for loop was running while I less than upper bound, right? For I equal to 0, I less than n, right? In between, suppose if you okay, let me switch onto the program once, you will understand. Suppose our I was, think that our I is starting from 0 and it is going till less than upper bound, and in between I was doing some work, whatever it is in between I am doing some work, and after my work was done, then my increment counter was getting incremented. Again I was checking, I was doing some work, after that work is done, my counter is getting incremented. So the circle is from here, it goes to this step, and after this step it goes to this step. Again it is here, it goes to this step, after this it is goes to this step. This is the circle, right? So when after checking this condition that my value of I is lesser than my value of upper bound or not, if it is true, then I was working something on my array. So whatever steps or whatever work we were wanting to do, or whatever processes we were wanting to do on my array, I was doing after I was checking my condition whether it is lesser than my lower bound or not. And after this processes or working is done, then I was incrementing. So if I would have to implement it in the concept of algorithm, what will it be? After checking, I was following whatever steps I need to do. So if I apply the process or steps or functions, whatever you need to do on our array, right? And after that I was doing what? I was incrementing my counter I equal to I plus 1, right? And this thing was going on in a loop while my I value is less than upper bound. So till my condition it was meeting, these two things are going on in a loop. Next, when my condition was not meeting, it will come out of this loop and it will go directly over here, end the loop. It will go out of the loop and the last step is exit, isn't it? So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
when I am writing the algorithm for traversing of a linear array, so now is this algorithm understandable how I am writing it? Because at the first step, if I would have written this, it would have created an like confusion, because if people were not able to see how it is performing actually. Now is this algorithm clear? Algorithm for traversing an array?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear ना हो तो बोलना, because this data structure subject, if you notice the subject name, it's data structure and algorithms. So we will be studying about algorithms only, entire subject, different algorithms. We will study about the concept, how the algorithm is working, how the algorithm is written, and then we will study the thing which we studied, the time complexity, how do we define that, how are we deducing that from the equation. So this chapter is, this entire subject is about algorithm. Okay, fine. Okay, first I will first share the attendance. Okay. Okay, so everyone please mark your attendance first, then we will go on to the next topic. So is the attendance done for all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is there anyone who is left?
No ma'am, attendance. हेलो
Yeah. बोलो.
नो मैम मेरा अटेंडेंस नहीं बना है
Attendance नहीं बना?
नो मैम
अच्छा, तुम नाम लिख दो तुम्हारा चैट बॉक्स में.
ठीक मैम ओके मैम
जिसका अटेंडेंस नहीं बना वो काइंडली चैट बॉक्स में नाम और हाइफन देके डिपार्टमेंट लिख दो. ठीक है? Okay. So the next algorithm which we will study is algorithm for inserting an element in an array. Okay?
मैडम मेरा कल का भी क्लास का अटेंडेंस नहीं बना है मैम.
कल का नाम क्या है?
मैम अभिषेक भारती.
अच्छा, लिख दो चैट बॉक्स में कल का डेट देके, हम आज अपडेट कर देंगे. अच्छा, so the algorithm to insert an element in array. First एक चीज देखो ध्यान से, suppose this is your array. Okay, and suppose you want to insert the element E at location 3. Okay, sorry, at location 2. So you want to insert element 3 at location 2. Okay, so how can you insert? Just here, can you insert one upon the another? No, because this element will get deleted. Deleted means in C what happens, variable can hold one value at any particular time. So if you want to insert element E at this location, and if you just insert it over here, C will get replaced and above C, E will be placed. So this element C will lose its identity. So it is not acceptable. In array, the problem is, we have studied in at the disadvantages of array, that the problem when I want to insert any element, the problem is I need to shift all the elements. So first I need to shift this element to this location. Then this location will be vacant. So now D is here. Then I need to shift this element to this location. Then this location will be vacant. Now C is here. Then I can insert my E in this location. That is, here is my E now. So this is the concept. So this is the concept. Okay. Now, for that, remember one thing, that if my array would have been like this, that is A, B, C and D. So would I have been able to insert E? Because where will I shift D? D will go out of the bound. So when I want to insert an element, I always need to check whether I have sufficient space or not. Suppose I am declaring my array size to be of 20 and I am handling 7 elements, there I can insert 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, I can insert. But if I am handling 10 elements and I have already I have 9 elements existing, I can only insert one more element. 2 elements also I cannot insert. So this concept always you need to have. In order to insert any element in an array, whether it's first position or it's last this position or in middle position, wherever it is, we always need to shift the elements, all the elements that is from that location till the end, one place to the right of the array. Okay, so if I shift that, I will have that place to be vacant, and in that vacant place I will insert E. This is the concept when I want to insert an element in an array. Now how will I write the, why are so many people writing in the chat box? 15 people have written in the chat box. Were you not able to give the attendance when I was sharing the QR code? Please from next time do it in the class only, okay? I will wait for 1 minute, but it's really like it's hectic to give all this attendance manually afterwards. So when I was asking that whether your attendance is allotted or not, only one girl said, like Ayesha said, our attendance is not there. But the others have not said anything, and now you people are writing in the chat box. What is this? When I'm asking something, at least answer me, na? How will I know what is happening on your end? Okay. Okay, today less than 1 minute is remaining. This Zoom will automatically close now. So I will stop the class over here, because this algorithm part, we need a lot of time in order to write and understand and explain it with an example. Less than a minute is remaining. So I will stop the class here, and we will start in the next day. We will start from the same topic. Okay. Thank you so much for attending.